I guess the realism is that an elephant can't paddle a bike. I'm gonna try a different prompt. ChatGPT has released Sora. Now, what is Sora? Sora is a video creator from text. Now, while there is many AI video generators out there, it almost feels like it's caught up to OpenAI's Sora. But there is many reviews and YouTube videos out there, and everybody is saying that Sora is quite phenomenal. So in this video, I'll be doing a mini review and showing you what Sora can do and achieve, and I'll also go through the new rules around AI content on social platforms like YouTube. I'll show you the new update on the rules and regulations on YouTube and how it will affect your ranking when using AI generated videos. Without further ado, my name is Bradley. I'm from SEO Vendor. Let's jump into it. Okay, so this right here is OpenAI's Sora, and you can see some of these videos that people have created, and it's quite phenomenal. So you'll see on the left, you can actually upload an image and describe what video you want this image to transform into. And then what you can do as well is just describe any type of video that you want. So for this example, just to test it out, I am going to say elephant riding a bicycle. And there you have it. This was pretty quick. I thought I was going to wait a lot longer. I've got two versions. I would expect the elephant to actually paddle, but I guess I need to work on my prompts. So let's try this again. So I don't know if it's my prompts. This is literally my very first time doing this. I'm now going to say elephant paddling a bicycle in the park. And I have to say, reading the reviews, everyone said they waited so long, but it's about 2 minutes and I already have a result. Okay, so this second result is a little bit better. So I'm gonna go with this. And then you can also remix it. So let's see if we can make this a little better. So now I can describe what to add, remove, or replace. I'm going to give this a try and just say add more realism. It's quite phenomenal that you can literally create any type of video instantly that comes to mind. I guess the realism is that an elephant can't paddle a bike. I'm going to try a different prompt. Alright, so for this example, I'm doing a businessman walking in the streets of New York. Add it to the queue. That took about 2 minutes. And this is impressive. So option 1 is face on, fixing his tie, and option 2 is from an angle and kind of slightly looking at the camera, but buildings in the back, people, the cars, everything is super realistic, and honestly, this is awesome. I'm going to say remix. I like version 1. And now we can describe what to add, what to remove, or what to replace. So just for the fun of it, I'm going to say add an explosion in the background. I'm impressed with how fast this is generating. I mean, it's not even a minute and it's on 91%. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Okay, let's have a look. I like option 2. It almost feels like a movie scene and he's the cause of the explosion. But option 1 is really awesome as well. I honestly think this is quite a game changer when it comes to content creation, and I'm excited to see how 2025 is going to play out. But my question is, how will YouTube and social pages rank AI content? It's safe to say that Sora is really awesome. I need to work on my prompts. It's my first time using it ever. So what I've seen, I mean, it was also only on 420p. There's a 720p and an HD, and the quality was absolutely amazing. And it also didn't take long at all to generate. Okay, now I'm curious to see what it does with images. So I'm gonna upload a simple headshot image of myself. So it says optionally describe your video. I'm curious to see what happens if I don't say anything. Okay, so I see there's different ratios as well. So for this example, I'm going to use the 9:16 like TikTok ratio. I'm going to leave it at 420p, but it goes all the way to 1080p. Let's leave it at 5 seconds. And there's 2 variations. You can do 1, 2, or 4 variations. Just out of curiosity, I'm not going to describe anything yet. Let's see what it does on its own. There's a storyboard button and a create video button. So I guess when you select the storyboard, it will give you two variations of possible stories. Okay, without giving it a prompt, let's say create video. Error running this prompt, media contains people. So I guess this is a part of the rules and regulations and guidelines that you can't use other images of people. Okay, so I got a stock image of like a plumber in an animated feel, and I'm going to change the ratio to 1:1, and let's give this a try. Many people have said that they ran into several problems. I don't think I've run into any problem, and it is really user-friendly. I guess that problem of me using my own face, OpenAI sees as me using other people's actual face, which is against the guidelines. It is also a part of the rules and regulations on YouTube's new update, which I'll get to in just a second. Okay, so Sora generated this. Let's see. Okay, so nothing has happened. I think I need to give it a prompt. Let's try this again. So I just said make the character smile. You know what? And looking at it now, I think what it did was give it a smile. I see a little bit of dimples on the cheek and it looks like he's smiling, but it's still a standstill image. Let's see what the new friendly plumber icon turns out to be. Okay, this is interesting. So the first one isn't completely moving. It does look like a designer did some animate to it. And the second one just looks like a filter placed over the image to kind of make it move. I like this first option. It's pretty cool. Maybe it's my prompts. But from what I can see, Sora is absolutely amazing. I haven't ran into issues. The loading time wasn't long at all. It was pretty fast. And it's user-friendly. It was really easy to navigate, and it is my very first time looking at it and working on it. So this was really awesome. Moving to the second part of the video is how will this affect your rankings on YouTube or any social pages? I only have updates on YouTube, and how this type of content will affect your rankings and affect your content on YouTube. So there's two articles. One is from MediaTek, and MediaTek shows how YouTube will now actually label AI generated content. So as you can see over here, it says altered or synthetic content, which is really amazing. You don't want to sell fake advice. I was wondering how it would affect any influencers or famous people out there, but there is also a strong rule against this, where you are not allowed to use other people's faces or images. Hence why my image did not work on Sora either. And then we have the altered or synthetic content in the description section as well. So whether it be on your YouTube shorts as well, this will be shown. So how will YouTube treat AI content? First thing to keep in mind is that YouTube has its own AI tools to help creators with their work. There's another article called Root Note Blog, and taking both of these articles in consideration, I won't go through the entire articles, but in a nutshell, it won't affect your content. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that you can't use AI to steal people's image. And the second thing to note is that YouTube is going through an AI content music experiment, because there are several tools out there that you can actually create music with using AI, and there's no rules or regulations just yet on this, as we are going through the experimental process. So is AI allowed on YouTube? Yes, 100%, but creators have to disclose the content when it is realistic and not. Next question is, does YouTube detect this AI generated content? So in actual fact, the platform is teaming up with creative artist agency called CAA to roll out tools that allow creators and celebrities to detect AI generated content that uses their image, face, or voice. So conclusion is, you can upload AI videos on YouTube. In actual fact, in the article it said that it might even get you more views, but you have to stick to YouTube's community guidelines. So doing this, it can increase your viewer attention and overall satisfaction, but you have to obey the rules around it. The only two brand new rules is that you have to tell YouTube whether it's synthetic or not. And number two, which is quite an obvious one, is that you can't use celebrities or anybody else's face. This is quite interesting, and I'm excited to see where the future goes, ending off 2024, entering 2025, where AI will now go mainstream. It's amazing to know that AI can enhance human creativity and productivity while humans are still in control. It's really important to have these guidelines, rules, and regulations in place. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments below. I hope you found this interesting, and don't forget to hit the like as well as the subscribe button, as SEO Vendor will be releasing a lot more new features and a lot more new videos.